Hello students, in this video lecture you will learn how to find the derivative of functions in parametric form. In the previous lectures you have already learned how to find the derivative when the function is given in explicit form or in implicit forms. But sometimes there is one third variable with which each of the two variables, say x and y, is expressed and establish a relation between the first two variables. That means there is some another variable, say t, in which both the variables x and y is expressed. In such a situation, we say that the relation between them is expressed by a third variable. The third variable is called the parameter. That means that t is called the parameter. More precisely, a relation expressed between the two variables x and y in the form of x equal to f of t and y equal to g of t is said to be parametric form, where t is the parameter. T is the parameter. For example, if it is given that x is equal to e power t, y equal to sine of t, that means x is a function of t, y is a function of t, and we need to find the derivative of y with respect to x. In this case, we can say that this is the parametric form of a function. That means we have expressed two variables x and y in terms of third variable, that is in the parameter t. Right? In this form, we will find the derivative of y with respect to x by using the derivative dy by dt upon dx by dt, where denominator should not be equal to 0. That means where dx by dt should not be equal to 0. Let us take one question to understand the concept clearly. From exercise 5.6, let us start question number 4. In fourth question, x is equal to 4t and y equal to 4 over t, and we need to find dy by dx. Clearly, I'll use this formula, that is dy by dt upon dx by dt. dy by dt. Now derivative of 4 over t with respect to t is 4 into derivative of t power minus 1, 4 into power rule, that is minus 1 t power minus 1 into derivative of t with respect to t, which is 1. So it will be minus 4 into t power minus 2. T power minus 2 means power 2 in the denominator. Now we need to find dx by dt, which is 4t, that is 4 into derivative of t with respect to t is 1. So overall we can find dy by dx equal to dy by dt over dx by dt, that is minus 4 over t square over 4, that is minus 4 over 4 t square, which is minus 1 over t square. This will be the answer. Let us start the next topic, that is second order derivative. Second order derivative. You have done so far the first order derivative. That means you are given some y, function of x, and you will find dy by dx. Now we need to find the derivative of dy by dx, which will be written as d2y over dx square. This means y double dash, means y second order derivative. Read this as d2y over dx square. This is the way to read this form, that is d2y over dx square. That means ddx of derivative, means derivative of first order derivative. For example, let us do one question from the exercise. From exercise 5.7, question number 11, y equal to 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. Then prove that d2y over dx square plus y equal to 0. This is my question. Now this is my y. I need to find first order derivative so that I can find second order derivative. My y is 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. dy by dx is 5. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Minus 3. Derivative of sin x is cos x. So it will be minus 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. This is my first order derivative. Now what is my second order derivative? It is the derivative of first order derivative, that is minus 5 derivative of sin x, it is cos x. Minus 3 derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So it will be minus 5 cos x plus 3 sin x. This is my minus 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. This is y. So if I take this y into left hand side, so it will become like this. So this I need to prove. Hence proved. This is a thing that is told to be proved in the question. Let us do one more question. Question number 16. If e power y x plus 1 equal to 1, then show that d2y by dx square equal to dy by dx square. This is my question. In this question, first I need to find first order derivative, and then I'll square the first order derivative to find out the right hand side, and I need to differentiate the first order derivative again with respect to x so that I can find its second order derivative. Clear? Let us start. What is my y? It is not clear what is my y, so I'll write it in the form given form, x plus 1 equal to 1. Let us start simply differentiating it both sides. So I'll use product form here. First function as it is, derivative of second function. Derivative of x plus 1 with respect to x is 1 plus 0. Plus second function as it is, derivative of first function. It is e power y dy by dx. And derivative of 1 is 0 because it is a constant. So it will be equal to then I'll take e power y common, 1 plus x plus 1 into dy by dx equal to 0. Now we know that e power y cannot be equal to 0. You all know that the graph of e power, it never crosses the x-axis, so that means it will never take the value 0. So but here it means product of two functions is 0, but the first function is not 0. Product of any two functions is 0 only if either of the function is 0. Maybe first function is 0 or second function is 0 or both are 0. But in this case, first function cannot be 0. So it will imply that our second function is 0. That means 1 plus x plus 1 dy by dx equal to 0. This means x plus 1 dy by dx equal to minus 1. dy by dx equal to minus 1 over x plus 1. Now what is my left hand side? It is the derivative of this function, that is derivative of minus 1 into x plus 1 power minus 1. So it will be equal to, take out the power in front, and it will be equal to this, and derivative of x plus 1 which is 1 plus 0. So positive x plus 1 power minus 4, so 1 over x plus 1 power 4. This is my left hand side. And what will be my right hand side? It is the square of the this value, that is dy by dx square, that is minus 1 over x plus 1 square, 1 over x plus 1 whole square. So here I have done a mistake. It is minus 1 into minus 1, that is minus 2. It will be 2 here. So both are equal. So I can say hence proved. So you can easily solve exercise 5.6 and 5.7. If you have any doubt in these two exercises, you can ask your doubt in the comment section. Thank you.